Oh, I made it. Let's see, I made it. Well, we're going to talk about living in the darkness. Let me tell you something. If Canada turns off the electricity, I'm going over my inventory. Mainly candles and propane and generator gas, diesel and gasoline. But if Canada turns off Minnesota, 3 states, New York, Minnesota, and Michigan, I think is the other. Do you realize how big a strain that is going to put on our grid? Well, it's going to put a hell of a strain on it. Can you imagine how many people and how much industrials in them 3 states, especially New York? Looking for something. Here we go. I get my old antique candles out. And well, that is going to put a strain on every grid in America. We're going to be living off candle power. And generator, solar, wind energy, renewable, that Biden was so proud of. Turning on the lights is going to be a luxury. Everything that needs to be turned off and this, that, and the other to conserve electricity. And it's going to put a hell of a strain on our grid. Because you can't let New York do without power. And 90% of it, I think, comes from Canada or more. And Michigan and Minnesota. You can't let them do without power. So therefore, they're going to have to get our power from the lower grids, which put a strain on the Midwest, the South, and even the West. And then you're going to have a bunch of rolling blackouts. That's what you're going to have. We'll be walking around with these candle holders like we did in the Middle Ages. I've been storing up candles for years, buying them when they're cheap, like these 10-hour candles. I don't know how many dozens in there, 36 of them. So I got 36 times 10 of 10-hour candles. I'm going to make my own. But I got diesel generators and gasoline generators and solar. I'll be burning very little. Using solar when I can. I don't have no wind energy. But like I said, it's going to happen. We've already been threatened by Dujo and the new guy that's in there. And Trump's going to increase tariffs on Canada. He's on again, off again, on again, off again. Well, let me tell you, they're on all the way. Like old Trump said, with the ball's in their court. They hold all the deal. It ain't going to crash their economy. It's just going to make them stronger. But like I said, I'm getting out some of these old candle holders. That way I won't, when they turn out the lights, I won't be completely in the dark. I'm waiting for my tomato seeds and pepper seeds to come up. My onions and garlic is up and doing well. My potatoes are budding up. They're not very much. But the ground ain't warming up yet. But like I said, get ready for the rolling blackouts. Living in the dark. And that's what's going to happen. But like I said, if you got enough food, this, that, and the other, we'll be cooking on campfires, propane. It's another thing. Buy them. I'm about ready to think about buying a 250, 500 gallon propane tank. Fill it up with propane. Do my cooking. But like I said, right now, we ain't got a lot of choices. Besides attacking everything else, the structure of America, he's threatening our electricity. What happened to his promise saying we'll he'll end inflation? Well, he ain't done that yet. He's increased it by a whole bunch. What in the hell is that? Oh, we might have to use a lot of LED lighting, like one light. I've got some battery operated LEDs, rechargeable batteries, of course. But like I said, it's gonna be bad living in the dark, cooking in the dark. Rocket stove, the alcohol stoves, everything's gonna come in real handy when they turn off the power. And it ain't gonna be for all Americans. It's just gonna roll across America. Because when peak times, they'll be burning more electricity. Now, non-peak times, we got our own hydroelectric plants. We got our own solar plants, this, that, and the other. But during the day, when most people need and early evening, they're going to need that power. Your day might have to start at 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. You get what little power we can get. A lot of water plants are depend on electricity to process water. The old candle. Hey, walking in the dark. Oh, it's one thing I don't like about. Let me see if I can just do something. I'm sitting here playing, but it is serious. But like I said, them rolling blackouts are going to affect your life completely. Especially if you, them electric cars, they won't be able to charge properly. So, Tesla and this, that, and the other, them electric hybrids, they ain't going to be too good either. Fossil fuel about all we got. Drill, baby, drill. Well, that'll make fossil fuel go up. $10 a gallon, maybe $15 a gallon. Run them generators and this, that, and the other. There'll be a great demand on coal power, this, that, and the other. But like I said, the majority of Americans will be living in the dark or threatened with rolling blackouts. And there ain't nothing we can do about it. We voted him in there. I didn't vote for him, but a lot of people voted him in there, and they're going to have to figure out, they're going to have to live with him, I guess. We all have to live with him. But like I said, be prepared for the rolling blackouts. Do what you can now before it hits. Living in the dark, no more internet, no more cell phones. I mean, it's going to take more than just, oh, we ain't got the lights on or refrigeration in our house. That's why I'm emptying my freezers and getting everything stored up for the long haul. I'm going to dehydrate meat. I'm going to can a bunch of meat. Whatever I got in them freezers has got to be turned off. ahead of time before the rolling blackouts start. Uh, what else? It's just going to be a mess, and that's all there is to it. Oh, I'm tired. I've been up since daylight trying to get things done around here. I got a bunch of candles I got to make up. I'm depending on making citrus candles or whatever else. I went out and checked my garlic and onions and everything. The tops of the garlic came up during the frost, so the tips of them are burnt a little bit, but they ain't hurt. They just barely touch the tips. I'm waiting for that ground temperature to get up around 55, 60 degrees before I start planting my beans and stuff, my squash, and other things I got going. I'll end up using a bunch of my preps as shit hits the fan. And I don't want it to. I like hanging on to them instead of using them up. Yep, it's gonna hit us. It's gonna hit us hard. We'll wake up one day and whoop, there ain't no power, there ain't no electric. You'll be trying to call the electric company and there won't be one. They'll have to suffer right along with us. That's where I can get it. And these are my little jar lights, I call them. And I've cooked off of these. I just have to undo the deal so we can get air. And I put something under it and then put a pot on it. Great for warming up soup. But see there? That's a light. Wind can't really get to it. But like I said, candle power, propane power, solar power, wind power. We'll have to do it in the rolling blackouts. These are pretty safe even if they get knocked over. These are something to carry around with you. But start thinking about canning your freezer stuff up, dehydrating it, preserving it any way you can. Because the freezers be turned off, unless you got a solar freezer. But I'm thinking about them too. I got a friend that has a solar freezer. But he ain't got it on. He might have to change over to it. But like I said, it's gonna hit, and we're gonna wake up one day and say, "Oh my God, it's here! It's here already!" Before I got this done, before I got that done, I'm gonna save my candles. See how that paraffin smoke? I don't like that. That's why I like beeswax. But anyway, get ready for the rolling blackouts. That's all I can tell you. They're going to be here. And when? I don't know. I don't know when Canada's going to turn off the power. You'll have a lot of people in New York, Michigan, and Minnesota scrambling for power. They've already going to increase the tariffs 25%, which will raise some households up to $100 a month, just common workers. In other words, if the electric bill's $270, it'd be $370 for the tariff. Because they're going to go 25, 35, 50%. So half of your electric bill, half of your money end up going back to Canada. So there you go. It's all about making Canada. You're going to say, so, well, be rich, we'll be rich. Well, they're going to end up making Canada rich. I'm going to pour that up and cut up the beans a little bit better. Here's what I can't even see the damn beans in there. Oh, there they are. I got plenty of time. That old power like this come out of a toy. I can turn it on. There we go. A little toy like that with a light, you gotta put it in your fingers so you can wander around. This runs off solar. I keep a little notebook in case I need to find something or write something down. But anyway, that's all I got to tell you. Rolling blackouts are coming. To see how much you can do without. Turn off power now and conserve. And just see if you can manage a day without, don't turn the refrigerator off, but see if you can manage a day without turning on the bathroom lights. Or making a day that you can, and we're talking 24 hours, make a day where you can see, well, I got total electric, I can't cook with electric stove. You'll figure it out, especially when you got to, that's all I can tell you. When it hits the fan, it'll hit all at one time. That's all I can tell you. But try to get prepared now. Buy them energy, solar energy things. Buy your candles. Buy your propane. Buy whatever you can get before the demand goes up. Let's say it's $50 a bottle now. Right now, it ain't no really demand on it. When it hits the demand, it'd be $150, $200 for the little barbecue propane tank. I gotta go. I've still gotta work on my stuff. But I've told you, I'm warning you ahead of time. Get ready for the rolling blackout. Damn pollen in the air. Spring's here. We sprung forward.